Good evening and welcome into Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris Yao alongside Drake Colley.
Yes, sir.
We've also got our Maury County dignitaries. Maury County Public School Athletics Director Chris Pointer.
Get a little closer to me, Eric.
Just
There we go,
bit
buddy.
closer.
Yeah,
A little bit closer.
a little bit closer.
You flex on that one.
Okay, well, I'm trying to get you enough slack here, brother, where you can.
We're trying to get everybody in here, and we are in here. There we go. There we go.
We're going to be real close before this is over.
Should be good to go
Yeah.
now. Everybody should be.
Hey, we're live.
Should be
We're
in,
live. We're live,
for Bruford
baby.
Gladney
New
Stadium
speaker.
here in Spring Hill.
Remember the old "Stay Alive"? Drive 55, stay alive. Remember that old one? They,
I can't drop 55.
oh yeah, easy, Sammy. Easy, Sammy Hagar. Hey, we got a big game tonight right here in Spring Hill. Spring Hill's looking for their second consecutive victory on the year.
And they got a shot at getting it tonight.
I think so. I think the Creekwood High School Panthers. No, the
Red
Red
Hawks.
Hawks.
You've
Yeah,
been stuck last week.
I keep getting that mixed up with Riverside that Mount Pleasant beat last. The Creekwood Red Hawks come into town.
That's right. They are here, and we are here, and that means that it is the Maury County Public Schools Game of the Week. You can hear it on 101.7 WKOM at 7 o'clock kickoff, but we've got a lot of great stuff to get to tonight. We have lead athletics trainer David Hightower is going to join us later in the show. We'll, of course, have Lisa Ventura, and Eric Perryman is already with us. We'll have, hopefully, Dr. Brian Brewer will join us.
Yep.
That will be exciting here from Spring Hill. Since we didn't get a chance to talk to him last time, the last time we were here, we had to pack her down
Man,
and
it was
shut
scary.
it down early. And
I was legitimately worried
Oh,
about
yeah.
what was over here behind our left shoulders. I mean, it.
Not
And
tonight.
then I jumped in the car and took off, and it got bad right at that point, right at 7
I think Chris packed up in about 5 minutes early, right?
I
It was tight.
Yes.
I was
gone.
I was throwing stuff into
But
the.
you know, you have to pay the cost to be the boss on nights like tonight. See, we give it up for what last week, 2 weeks ago, here. Now we've got this. I mean, look how wonderful it is and beautiful it is.
Beautiful.
Weather's
So if
great.
you
It's not
folks-
too hot.
If you folks have not made plans to do something tonight, and you're thinking of something to do, or you can't make up your mind, come on out here to Spring Hill campus, right here on Charlie Seaton Field, Buford Gladney Stadium, and watch a terrific ball game. And the burgers will be cranked up here in just a little bit. I'm already getting a little whiff of those over here.
Yep,
So,
smell good.
You know, yeah. See, Eric, that made Eric turn around and
Got
look.
the man over there,
Yeah.
Kevin Thompson, cooking burgers.
Well, I tell you what, he's flipping them, and they're smelling good, and the ladies are in the concession stand. So come out and enjoy a great night of Maury County Public School High School football.
We had
And,
some games last night around the area, not Maury County Public Schools, but we did have a couple of games. Zion Christian got their second win in a row.
What?
Defeated
Do
Innovation
what?
Academy 28-8 after
Defeated who?
Innovation Academy out of Robertson County.
Okay.
And Tullahoma went down to Lawrence County, dealt them their second consecutive loss, 28-14, the final score in that one. So a lot of interesting matchups as we get into
And-
week 6. The
That's crazy.
region
Week 6
start
already.
the region schedules are starting to kind of play out.
And last weekend, from last Friday's games, Maury County Public Schools, out of the 4 of them, went 3-1.
Well,
And that's
Which is a big deal. Which
Sure.
needing those wins. And I know you mentioned obviously Spring Hill High School is looking for their second win of the season. When is the last time Spring Hill had back-to-back wins?
that's a great
don't know.
question.
No,
I
it's-
could not tell you.
it's been
Now
a
you
minute.
don't know that?
It's been a
did-
minute.
I just
I
threw
did
you
not
that
look that
alley-oop.
one
It's
up.
been. Were we
I
alive?
threw you that alley-oop and
That
you
is
can't
one
go
I
get
did
it?
not
Were
look
we
up.
alive? I don't.
I mean,
I'm just
Jay
teasing
Emmons may
Spring
have
Hill
been the
fans. I'm
coach.
just joking.
Jay Emmons may have been the coach.
That may have been about that time, yeah.
I mean, seriously.
You're looking at a good 8-9 years ago, probably.
I mean,
Yeah.
so there's that. I mean, yeah, but the team that got that one victory over Maury County Public School is here tonight, Creekwood. They defeated Battle Creek over at Creekwood last week. It was a really good football game up until the fourth quarter. It was 27-20 with about 11 minutes to go.
Right.
And then Creekwood pulled away late. I think, a little bit of depth. Battle Creek's issues with depth and not having a lot of those kids.
I'll tell you what happened. And we had Coach Burham on our Maury County Public Schools Home Cook Coaches Show that we're having on Wednesdays at Puckett's Restaurant, downtown
Live.
Columbia.
Come out and see them.
Absolutely live. Please come out, grab something to eat, cheer your favorite team on. But we were talking to Coach Burham, and we were talking about the Creekwood game. And it got down to the end. I think the score was 27.
It was 27-20 in the fourth quarter.
27-20. Creekwood gets down and is going to attempt a field goal from Battle Creek's 4-yard line. Battle Creek blocks it, gets the ball back, and they throw a pass, and it just over the outreach of the Battle Creek wide receiver Stanley Williams, and so they don't get that. And then the next play, they turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And that was the difference, like a 41-20 difference, but it was much more competitive and closer than what the score
That score
showed.
does not
reflect the game at all.
That's
right.
So I looked at what Creekwood had done this year, and it looks like they play up or down to who they're playing. They put 36 on Forest the first game of the year, and Forest has turned out to be a pretty good team.
Right.
But then they played down. We know that Spring Hill is somewhat notorious for that same thing at times too, which leads into this game tonight. I don't know that anyone really knows what we're going to get. Who plays up, who plays down, and do they mirror each other?
Does anybody want to win this game?
Does anybody want to win, or does anybody just want to just keep going through the motions?
Because in region play, it is, what is it, Marshall County, Creekwood, it's Spring Hill, Montgomery Central, Battle Creek?
Battle Creek. That's
Yeah.
it. Just
So,
a
I mean,
five-team region.
I mean, this is a big game.
This
huge.
could legitimately determine hosting a playoff game.
Correct.
Golly.
Correct.
When's the last time Spring Hill High School hosted a playoff game?
Yeah, before I got here, because in 2017 they went to Macon County and got a win, and then had to go back on the road the next week and lost in the second round.
And that's about that time.
So
16 they went
is
to Lexington and then Pearl Cone, and I think those 2 years are the last 2 years they've done anything.
Tonight is a big deal. I mean, I didn't even really think about how huge the implications were just in talking out loud. I mean, just as you look at the dynamic and how it shakes out. I mean, obviously Spring Hill and Battle Creek are going to face each other later in the year, which is going to be a huge game. And Spring Hill gets this win. I mean, it puts them somewhat in the driver's seat.
No, absolutely. Creekwood has an opportunity to kind of put themselves head and shoulders above everybody else in the region tonight. But Spring Hill, with a win, I think they put themselves in that driver's seat. Like you said, it's going to be a big night, because those 5-team regions are very, much like Columbia Central. They got the leg up with the win over Lawrence County, and so, you're just looking at this going, man, Columbia Central might be a 500 team overall, but could be number one or two in the region.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you never know what to expect when you get these 5-team regions, because everybody has such a tough time scheduling and finding teams to play them and those sorts of things. So it's a lot of fun about this time of year. I can't believe it's week 6. We talked about it, how it was week 5 last week, halfway through the year. I don't even want to think about it. We wait all season long, all off season long, and for 9 months it feels like we're just counting down the days for high school football season. In the blink of an eye, it's halfway over, and in the blink of the eye,
gone before you know it.
In the blink of the eye, this first segment is over. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have Coach Taylor and 2 of his players. So stick around here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show on the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internet. We'll be right back after this.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
The Way Realty is helping to empower buyers and sellers to accomplish their real estate goals. Currently, we have sellers offering buy-down rates to 4.875% fixed-rate financing on selected homes through approved lenders. If you want to buy or sell your home faster, let us show you the many services we offer to help you get the most out of your real estate transaction. Schedule your listing or showing appointment today by going to thewayrealty.com or calling us at 931-580-4669. And remember, Jesus Christ changes lives. I know because He changed mine.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better. We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Love's in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
Is your internet slowing you down? It's time for an upgrade. Whether you're at home, working from your home office, or at your business, it's time to unleash the speed you need with speeds up to 1 gig at CPWS for as low as $70 a month. Give us a call, 931-375-7777. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
At Umamua MD, Spring Hill's newest physician-led med spa, it's about restoring balance to your body, mind, and soul. From weight loss support, revitalizing IV therapies, to anti-aging, our services are designed to help you feel renewed, confident, and whole. At Umamua MD, consults with our medical director ensure safe and personalized results. Book today at umamd.com and step forward radiant, restored, and confident.
Stan McNabb Chevrolet, serving Columbia and the surrounding area since 1980. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is family-owned and does their best to make you feel like you're a part of the family. Commitment to customer service is the highest priority. Whatever your vehicle needs are, from sales to service, Stan McNabb is here to help. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is a dealership that cares about this community. Visit us online and get started today. Stan McNabb Chevrolet, where excellence and community converge. Got wings? Alex's Tacos and Wings, winner of the best Mexican food and tacos in Murray County. But did you know that we also have all kinds of the best chicken wings? What's your favorite flavor? Like 'em hot? Pair your meal with a drink from the bar. Delicious food for the entire family is moments away. Alex's Tacos and Wings, 2202 Circle Drive in Columbia. Visit alexstacosandwings.com or check us out on Facebook. Alex's Tacos and Wings. Come take a bite.
We all live very busy lives. Sometimes we just need a break. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra pair of hands to help out? Let me introduce you to New Dawn Cleaning Service. No job is too big or too small because they do it all, from residential to commercial. They offer standard cleaning, construction cleaning, carpet shampooing, and window cleaning. Whether you are looking for a one-time service or regular scheduled cleaning plan, New Dawn is ready to help. With years of experience, you can relax, kick back, and call New Dawn Cleaning Service at 615-977-6901.
Welcome back into the Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris Yao here alongside Drake Colley, and we've got our coaches and players segment coming your way now as we get ready to bring in our guys from Spring Hill High School as we are live here at Buford Gladney Stadium in beautiful North Columbia.
beautiful North Columbia, and much more beautiful than a couple of weeks ago, Coach, with Glen Cliff coming in and all the bad weather we had and storms. And,
way better.
Tonight we're not gonna have any of that business.
No, I'm excited to play some football for sure
The
today.
big man upstairs taking care of us. Beautiful night.
He is.
I see you brought with you a couple players. Somebody you might know pretty well. Number 2, Jackson Taylor. Jackson's a safety for the Raiders. And number 58, Rashad Cooper.
Yes, sir.
And Rashad plays offensive line. Welcome to the show, fellas.
Love giving the big uglies a little love here on Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show.
I can't believe he just said that about you. Look at that smile. I mean,
listen, it ain't about looks.
It's a beautiful smile.
But they play ugly though in the trenches, baby.
It's not how they
play
look.
ugly in the trenches.
Oh, I see. Okay, I always thought it was about how they look, but you talk about how they play.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I look good.
And one reason, Coach Taylor, you might know the man on the end down here, number 2, Jackson is your son.
He is. It's my guy. Known him for a real long time.
How many years have you been coaching Jackson as a football player?
Been a long time, huh?
Jackson, pull your mic up there. Just pull it. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, he's a junior. So here's high school, 3 years. Had a little bit of a hiatus, during his middle school years. In 7th and 8th grade, he was at Withorn Middle School. So I just got to be a dad and watch him in the stands and cheer him on like that. But previous to that, man, I got to coach him in youth ball, CYAA Lions, and so spent some time for a few years doing that. But also before that, we coached some flag football, so did that all around in Spring Hill and Columbia. So I've been coaching him for a lot of years, way more, more years than not. So
now,
plus, the backyard counts too. So
all right, I'm gonna ask a question that just popped into my head. Jackson, your dad over here coaching you all these years. Is your dad as a coach harder on you than other coaches?
I'd say yeah, but
that's.
I mean, when I mess up, he's gonna be on me, but I do the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just coaching and football.
Yeah.
But sometimes, and sometimes you as a father coaching your son, it's a coaching thing, but sometimes it's an emotional thing too.
it is. No, there's a balance for sure. You want to be fair. You want to be consistent with him as your being my son on the team, but also. I have a lot of high expectations for him of the entire roster, but I have a lot of high expectations for him because I know what he can do. I've coached him for a long time, so he knew what we did. He's a safety. He knew what we did on defense before he ever got here. He knew it better than most of the kids. Day one, as a freshman hopping in June, he could jump in and run what the varsity was running just because he had spent plenty of time, whether that was youth ball, whether that was helping me. He would literally, I got pictures of him sitting in my lap before he was, old enough to even play football himself, breaking down film. And so he's been doing it for a long time.
It's almost like having a coach on the field.
It is,
and that makes a big, particularly at the safety position, you kind of feel like they're the quarterbacks of the defense a lot of times.
Absolutely.
So that makes a big difference.
It is. And so he sees the game probably, truthfully a little bit different than a lot of the players see it, just because he's watched so much film and he's heard me complain on a Saturday from this is how things should have gone Friday night or, whatever it is. And so he's seen that end of it. And so it's pretty cool to see him respond in a way kind of like if a coach was out there, what would he do? He does a lot of those things. He makes those checks. I can talk to him in really short sentences or terms, and he gets it, man. So he's been working toward this, and he's a smart kid, but he's also an experienced kid. So 3 years in, this is his second year as a starter, but it feels like he's played more snaps than that.
Coach, we had you on the Puckett's Home Cook Coaches Show, Murray County Public School, Puckett's, on Wednesday night. And we asked anybody listening, and anybody you know, please join us on Wednesday nights for the coaches show.
It's a great
We
time.
enjoy talking to you then, and you brought in a couple of players. And we talked a little bit about Lionel Brooks,
Yes,
and he's kind of a Mr. Do everything for the Spring Hill Raiders. Now, Rashad, you tell the people the reason Lionel Brooks looks so good.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's because a man like you is paving the way,
Yes,
right?
I mean, he definitely deserves the credit that he gets for sure. I mean,
he's
as
a talented
senior,
guy, but
yes, sir. Being a little older than him, I've definitely seen him develop and grow as a person and as a player, and it's definitely been fun to watch him grow and become better and better every day.
And I tell you what, when Lionel gets all look at me with I did, just always remind him, hey, just remember. Without us up front, this would not be possible, right, Coach?
Absolutely, no. And it's led by, we talked about the offensive line Wednesday night, and Lionel gets his fair share of credit, and honestly, like Rashad said, it's deserved. But that offensive line does a lot of hard work for him. It goes, like a lot of offensive lines, it goes unnoticed. Oftentimes, we do our best to make sure they're noticed. But I would say. From a leadership standpoint, from an energy standpoint, we talked about Coach Smithson as the offensive line coach, but just that leader, like Rashad didn't accidentally become one of our captains this year. And so he's done all the right things for 4 years. He's whatever we've asked him to do, you can see it on the offensive line. I got to see that midseason highlight tape today. He's played every spot along the offensive line. He's typically in that interior for us lately, but he's spent a lot of times at left and right tackle also. But he's a center and guard for us, and he's done a really good job. But he's also that guy that makes sure the guys are where they're supposed to be, both mentally and actually where their feet are supposed to be. And so in that locker room, he's the locker room guy. He's the glue guy on our team. And so he's always got a level head. He talked about Jackson earlier, kind of, just because he's the son of a coach. But Rashad does a lot of coach things as well, like, hey, this is the attitude we're supposed to have. So all the things we're preaching, he's echoing. And so I can't say enough good things about Rashad. He's a roster full of good dudes, and I hope nobody misunderstands what I'm saying, but he may be the best of them. It's just from as a young man, he may be the best of them. Like I think very highly of Rashad. I don't know. Hopefully somebody's smart enough to put him on his team for college football, but regardless of what happens, he's going to be a successful person in whatever he chooses to do, whether it's football or anything else besides that.
Rashad and Jackson, talk a little bit about and obviously Jackson, I know, looking at your dad from the coach's perspective, but what do you, Rashad and Jackson, both enjoy the most, or what have you learned the most so far this year from Coach Taylor?
You want to go first, or you want me to say something?
I feel like practice has been like faster pace, get more work in. So that's what I feel like is one of the advantages of him being our head coach. And obviously, it's my dad, so like, that connection with him, it's just like head coach, player, he'd be my father,
Rashad?
I would say going in, our motto for this year has always been Spring Hill versus everybody. Coach Taylor's been preaching that from the day he's been here and the day I've known him for sure. I mean, everybody looks down on us. We have a lot of stuff going on with our program and whatnot sometimes, but they really don't see the inside. The work we do, all the summers, the hard work, all the sweat we put in, all the times we could have cried together, laughed with each other. They don't see that, and it's like, it's hard sometimes because, you have all that outside noise, and it's like, what do you do with that? But Coach Taylor definitely helps us with, blocking that out, and just knowing every night we got to handle business on Fridays, and, he always preaches a lot as well as that you don't win the game on Friday. You got to start Monday and work your way through the week. So he definitely pushes us to be better.
Coach Taylor, Jackson talked about the fast pace of practice. And so, as a coach, you're only allowed so much time with these guys.
Right.
And so you got to try to get in as much as possible. Talk about how you approach practice and the fast pace and how that improves your team overall.
Yeah. And it's a tricky thing because you're talking about managing your team too. You're not trying to run them into the ground Monday through Thursday, but also they got to know, hey, there's a pace that we want to play faster than them, and it's not just about when how many plays can you fit in at practice and going as fast as you can, but it's also about when the ball snaps, playing as fast as you can, reading your keys properly, all of that stuff. So how fast can you be reading your keys? How fast can you be getting the play, knowing what's going on. For Rashad getting in his stance and then getting onto a blocker, lineman, or climbing up to a linebacker, make sure we get all our checks and we're ready to go. I tell them, be fast, but don't hurry. You know, we don't want to get sped. We don't want to just be running around. We can just snap the ball and go fast, but we want to make sure we know what we're supposed to do. We talk about efficiency is speed done correctly. And so we try to monitor their load for sure. You know, we lift a couple times a week still, and some of the guys they want to go in there and max out, which, hey, if you feel stronger, we can go up, but I don't want you going in there doing 100% on your bench press and squat, and then we're dog tired, or, hey, now you're pulling a hamstring at practice. So I try my best to take care of them that way as well, but we definitely have to push the pace because we want that difficulty to show up on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It shouldn't be something that happens on Friday, and now we're like, how do we handle it? And that's one thing I like. You know, I know a lot of times these guys have come up here. Rashad plays offensive line, not a whole lot of defense. Jackson plays safety, not a whole lot of offense. And so a lot of times, even if it's quote-unquote scout team, we're getting best on best, good on good a lot of times. And so it gets competitive out there. And so I really love, especially up front, there's been a lot of chirping, and it's friendly, but a lot of chirping amongst the O-line, D-line. Our offensive line coach, Jesse Smith, and the defensive line coach, Rodney Lockridge, go back and forth because they're trying to get these guys to be the best. So we're playing fast, and we tell them all the time, hey, man, if you're tired, just come out of the game. I personally love when a kid's going so hard, I got to take him out. And so same thing as at practice. Like if you're huffing and puffing, you can't go. Say, Coach, I need a break. You'll come out, go find that water, sit down, take a break, but be paying attention. And as soon as you're good to go, find your position coach, say, hey, man, I'm good to go, and we'll get you back in there and somebody else can go hard. So there's not a whole lot of 70%, 75%. We're going 100%. And when you can't give 100%, there's somebody else that can.
Sure.
And so that's one thing we've tried to make sure they understand. And it's coming along. It has by no means been perfect, but they're coming along and they're getting it, man. And I'm super proud of these two. Again, two captains pushing the envelope and bringing kids along with them and making this team better.
When you talk about the O-line and the D-line doing a little chirping, a little back and forth, that's okay. I mean, that gives them – there's that competitiveness and that competitive edge that you guys probably look for in your coaching staff, in your O-lines, in your players, offense against defense. That's okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that, Rashad, interior-wise, we got two 320-pound nose guards. I would guess he would say that handling any other nose guard this season has been a little more welcomed because he got to go against them, and they would say the same thing. Rashad's one of our strongest guys on the team, and so he may not be the 320 pounds like they are, but he's giving them all they want right back. And so they would say the same thing, that, hey, they might not see a guy as strong as Rashad, and when they do see a guy as strong as Rashad, like they're not, it's not foreign to them. And so instead of Rashad was there, he was a freshman, and we didn't have as much depth that we have right now, and so he had to hop in there against a senior, and his time was hard. The senior's time may have not been quite so hard, but now after playing as a sophomore, starting as a junior, senior, he's been able to get better, but also he's got guys that are juniors and seniors that are starters lined up right across him, and it makes him better, and he's making them better. And so it's something that I think we've had a lot of good second half play. Maybe not so much in the first half that we've wanted, but I think part of that second half play is attributed to being able to line up against good on good and get better with some veteran guys for sure.
Coach, we'd be remiss if we did not say congratulations.
Yeah,
on
absolutely.
your first win as a head
first
coach. Congrats on
got
that.
Got a little ice water on you?
Yeah, they got me.
What about number two?
Here's the thing. The last time Spring Hill won 2 games in a row, Chris Pointer, Maplewood was the first of the 2.
Okay.
And it was 2020. He knew it off the top. Played Richland the next week and got the win. So
19-14.
Here we go. This is the opportunity. So obviously it's a big night. You don't want to take too much excitement. You want to obviously next game. We're looking ahead to this one tonight, but it is a little bit easier coming off of a win than it is a loss.
It is. Practice I think was easier, telling the boys what's going on. It being a region game, a lot of things from that standpoint. The boys were really, really excited and really, really coachable because of that. There's some pressure there. I will say this, though, that I'm winless as a head coach, as a coach, period. I'm winless, man. The boys won that game. I was just along for the ride.
Okay.
And so that's my thing. I've only ever lost as a coach. And so I got to get out of their way. You know, my job is to make sure I get them prepared to win and then get them in position to win. And at that point, they can go win us a ball game.
Let them handle
And
business.
so, you know, that's what we're hoping to do tonight. The boys are really prepared for this team. But this is a good Creekwood team, so they play hard. They play physical. They're really heavy. So I'm looking forward to what they're going to do tonight.
It's going to be a good one. Guys, thank you so much for joining us up here. Good luck tonight to Jackson and Rashad and to Coach Joshua Taylor. Looking for win number 2 are the
Go
Raiders.
get that second one.
So
let's get it tonight.
Let's go get it.
And we are coming up on a break number 2. So stick around here on the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internet. We'll be right back on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show.
Columbia Power and Water Systems is dedicated to bringing our customers reliable local service. Whether you're turning on a light switch, your faucet, or streaming on TV, our dedicated team members from here in Maury County work every day to keep you on. If you need us, call us 931-388-4833 or visit cpws.com. CPWS, local service, local support.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Hey, this is Trip Stoltz, owner of Columbia Ace Hardware. We are excited to announce that we have completely remodeled our store. We have expanded our selection in many brands including Milwaukee, Steel, and Big Green Egg. We have new inventory arriving daily, so come see the changes for yourself at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard, Columbia, Tennessee.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At CSH, we know the sport of football builds discipline, character, and work ethic, 3 common characteristics of winners. It's a sport where we drowns out me. Leadership is nurtured, and that's why CSH supports all Maury County football teams, and want to say a special thanks and good luck to every player, coach, volunteer, and parent of this year's teams, from youth programs, middle schools, and high schools. We know football builds men that make a difference. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wall Cover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wall covering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is David Usselton with Usselton Automotive, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We service all foreign and domestic vehicles. We take pride in our work, and we don't cut corners. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty and loan our cars with almost every repair. We are located at 1201 South High Street in Columbia, Tennessee. You can reach us at 931-215-1765 or find more information at usseltons.com.
We at
Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Welcome back into the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. Chris Yao here alongside Drake Colley, and
we're dodging some footballs right
We are
now.
dodging footballs
We're on
right
the
now.
north end of Charlie Seaton Field here at Spring Hill High School campus in Buford Gladney Stadium, and Creekwood kickers are practicing a few kicks through the uprights, and we happen to be sitting directly behind the uprights, pretty much. I mean,
we are indeed. And
so
Creekwood,
anything wide left, and we're pretty much
we're right in the
we're
line
in the
of fire.
landing zone.
He's working on about 35 yards right now, so
well,
we'll see what we got back here.
Creekwood they've got new helmet stickers this year. The Creekwood script used to be red. They now look a lot like Ole Miss, and those things are good looking. Those are some good looking uniforms that they've got.
Yeah, they are nice.
So
yeah.
Really enjoy watching.
Kind of got a little Houston Oiler kind of look.
It
to
does.
It. You know what I mean?
It does.
That light blue stripe over the helmet with the red outline there. It looks a little.
I don't hate that at all.
No,
In fact,
I'm not mad about that.
University of Houston wore some uniforms last year that almost look just like that.
They got a cease and desist too.
Yes, they did.
Last week's games, you guys want to go over those?
Yeah, we talked a little bit about those earlier, but we did not give scores. So let's talk a little bit.
Zion Christian came out on the winning end. You know, they just
got the dub.
Zion Christian Academy here in Columbia just went back to 11-man football, and they got a 7-0 victory over Christian Community.
And they got one last night also, right?
Yeah, so that's 2 in a row. Good for Zion. Good for the
good omen
the
for
Eagles.
Spring Hill too.
Yeah, right. Creekwood last week was a 41-20 winner over Battle Creek, but that score does not reflect how close that game was up until the last 5-6 minutes of that ball game. It was a 7-point game. Spring Hill tonight here against Creekwood is looking for their second victory in a row. Last week they won 23-11 over Maplewood.
It's too bad every week can't be a Metro week, isn't it? Just for everybody. Just let everybody have a Metro week.
Have a Metro week.
Mount Pleasant took care of business against their nemesis in their region, Decatur County Riverside, the Panthers.
Their first win over them since the mid-90s.
50-14.
And I saw that Decatur Riverside's 0-5.
Yeah, they're not very good.
That is
well now
a drastic change right there.
And I get that, but you have to. They've also been playing like 5A Hardin
played
County.
really good
I mean,
teams.
they played some, Adamsville, and they've played some good teams leading up to that. But I tell you what, Mount Pleasant jumped on them from the start.
Oh yeah,
didn't let up.
I mean, it was 28-0 first quarter. Mount Pleasant had 4 touchdown scores on just one play. Kickoff return, a block kick return for a touchdown, another pass for a touchdown. I mean, before you knew it was 28-0.
Defensively, they played very, very well, too.
Columbia Central had a good win over 4-0, undefeated Lawrence County, 38-22 at Lindsey Nelson Stadium. And down in Lewis County.
You were talking about Adamsville.
Yeah, they lost.
This was a big game in that region. Lewis County and Adamsville, man.
34-27, Lewis County over Adamsville. So.
I'm going to tell you, I did not expect that.
And they're 5-0, Lewis County, right?
Lewis County is 5-0. They have given up just 55 points on the year, so it's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
That region is really tough. I mean, you talk about Summertown, Mount Pleasant, Lewis County, Adamsville, and then, historically Riverside.
Yeah, and Kid says that it's the toughest region in the state. So I don't know about that, but, I mean, that's what he's going to say. But it is a strong, strong region. And to have your Summertowns and your Lewis counties and schools to be that close together, for it really to come down to the wire and those region games be really just dog fights to see who's going to come out on top. Because in this one, you really want to come out on top in the region.
That means this second half will be real fun right there. Right?
Yeah. And the playoff implications are important, too, because we had a TSSAA meeting up here on Tuesday, I guess it was. I'm losing track of days. But
today is Friday.
I hope it was yesterday because he told me he didn't come to work yesterday because he had a meeting.
Yeah, it was yesterday. It was Thursday.
All right.
Thank you, because I met Glenn out. Yeah. So it was. They talked about the playoffs and how the playoff implications are now, and how you're playing so that teams in the same region don't see each other sooner. You'll play the opening rounds, but then you'll play across in a whole totally different region.
So like
bracket.
Region 5 will play Region 7 instead of Region 6.
Right, and that's something different and unique, and a lot of coaches have been asking for that simply because
it's been the same teams
they're so
every
familiar.
year. Right.
They're so familiar with each other. I mean,
and I do appreciate the fact that the Coaches Association brought that forward, and the TSSAA heard it and was voted on. So I think we're going to see something that's going to be very unique and different, especially when you get into the second and third rounds of the playoffs, playing these other teams in other counties and teams that you may not see or have scheduled, and it just be a unique dynamic.
I'm looking forward to the playoffs as well. And again, we talked about those 5-team regions. That Region 5 in Class 2A is not a 5-team region. That is a 7-team region, and that's where it gets real tough when you do have a difficult schedule like Riverside, Adamsville, Summertown, Mount Pleasant. Loretto has been really good the last few years. Of course, they're a little down. But, you look across 2A, and again, Lewis County ranked number 10 in 2A. One of the teams that has consistently been in the state finals over the last 3 or 4 years, speaking of Metro, is East Nashville. East Nashville 0-4 on the season.
Wow.
Ranked number 8 in the state.
But they're still ranked number 8.
Right.
At 0-4, they're sitting at number 8 in the state.
And that just goes to show how incredible,
wow,
how well they scheduled. Because I'm going to go through their.
Have they been playing a college schedule up to now or something?
There's something a little. I mean, I get it, but at the same time,
so they played.
They need to fall and then redeem themselves on the second half to be ranked something like
that.
Okay,
but they lost 28-14 to 6A Collierville. They lost 32-27 to 6A Antioch. Didn't play Hillsboro, which probably would have been a win. They lost 22-19 to 5A Beach and 29-28 to 4A Springfield.
So they lose their last 2 games by 4 points.
By 4 total points.
And really their last 3 games by 9 points.
But how many teams do you know have 0 losses and still ranked?
0-4.
Or 0 wins.
That's what I mean. 0 wins.
It's not like they're 0-1 or 0-2. They're 0-4, and they're ranked number 8 in the country.
But they have been in the state finals 2 of the last 3 years, and they were in the semifinals last year. So it's a little bit different. I understand, but it is funny to look down and see East Nashville 0-4, 8th in the state. All right.
Yeah, that's a little crazy. Can you imagine in college if they did that?
I mean, people were upset at Notre Dame being ranked, and they were 0-2 to teams that were in the top 10.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they better win this weekend at Arkansas, and it's not going to be easy for the
Arkansas's
Irish.
Got that angry bump coming off this week, don't they?
And look, let's just be honest, Tennessee fans. I mean, anybody in the SEC knows it is not easy when you have to win to go to Fayetteville, Arkansas, and get a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they know you have to win, and they're kind of like the Lawrence. I look at like the Lawrence County of the SEC. Lawrence County, they stand their ground, they defend their hometown, their county, and there's nothing more than they like than to.
Kind of like going
whipping up on people.
I was going to say you get
from
a little
larger town, from a larger city.
You got a little bit of false confidence walking in. We're better than this football team. But then you walk in and you go, oh crap, they hit me in the mouth.
That's right.
Now what? So,
well,
yeah.
Yesterday's scores, Zion, and we talked about Zion Christian Academy here in Columbia, won 28-8 over Innovation Academy. So that's 2 in a row for the Eagles of Zion Christian Academy.
What? Shoot, I forgot his name, Chris. Scoop? What's his name?
Spoon.
Spoon. Scoop.
Similar.
Spoons do scoop.
Spoon similar.
And also from yesterday, Tullahoma.
Went down to Lawrence County.
Went down to Lawrence County and doubled them up 28-14. So
yeah, Lawrence County now with 2 losses in a row, both in region, so that puts them kind of a little bit behind the 8 ball when you look at the region there. Speaking of top 10s, Columbia Central going to Rutherford County tonight, and they'll take on Class 6A number 10, Riverdale.
3-2 is their record, and they're going to have to play. They're going to have to play mistake-free football.
It's a lot of tradition right there.
No doubt.
Over a lot of years, and it's kind of like walking into Arkansas a little bit. They think when they're at home and playing in that stadium,
you don't come in here and get a win.
No. You turn on Warrior Drive, you know where you are.
No
right?
matter how good you are, no matter how good the opponent is, they are going to protect their home turf there.
And don't get lulled in by the Rick's barbecue. You have to pass to get there. You
That's
ain't
right.
in Lawrence County.
You ain't in Lawrence County. No.
Because I'm telling you, it is a different world over there.
So,
and they get in Columbia Central, number 6 in 5A, Lincoln County down. They're 5-0. So I mean, Columbia Central's schedule has been difficult this season, and the Lions are really looking for. To get to where they want to be in the playoffs, they're going to be battle tested, and I think that's a lot better than it has been.
Page back up there at number 2, 4-0, that Class 5A.
They just stay there. I mean,
The Buffalo Bills of Class 5A.
They are the Buffalo Bills.
They are.
Get to
the state tournament championship and just can't win it.
Marshall County tonight is at Battle Creek. All these games have a 7 o'clock kickoff scheduled. Summertown is at Lewis County. Scotts Hill is at Mount Pleasant. Like we said, Columbia travels over to Riverdale, and tonight, our game of the week, that's why we're doing the Game Day show right now live on the north end of Charlie Seaton Field, Buford Gladney Stadium of the Spring Hill Raiders campus. Creekwood Red Hawks come into North Murray County, Spring Hill, to take on the Raiders. And
now, Creekwood had come into last week winless on the season, but again, we kind of talked about that the scheduling that Riverside did, and this is kind of the same thing. I mean, they've played really tough football teams. They played Forest and lost 42-36. James Lawson and Dixon County were their 3 losses. To me, when you got to go to James Lawson, that's a difficult place to play over there.
They lost their
brand new school.
They lost their first 3 games, Chris.
Right.
By a total of 13 points.
Yeah,
all 3 of them.
I mean, Dixon County, we saw what they were capable of doing against Columbia Central, and Creekwood falls 24-23 to them. That sounds like a missed extra point somewhere.
Yeah.
So this is a good football team, and they got a win over Stratford, and then of course the Battle Creek win. So Creekwood, good football team. We'll see a lot. We'll learn a lot tonight about Spring Hill and where they sit in this region. I think we're going to learn a lot about Region 5, Class 2A. Like I said, Summertown and Lewis County. We'll learn where Mount Pleasant kind of stands in that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I know we talked with Coach Hartsville, the coaches show Wednesday night at Puckett's, and and we talked a little bit about Scotts Hill, and Scotts Hill is way down this year. So I don't think Coach Hartsville will take the night off for his starters, but I do believe once he gets out to a comfortable lead, you'll see the second and third stringers come in.
And it's a good timely schedule, too. I mean, you got homecoming. It's hard for kids to focus on homecoming week. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of activities, homecoming dances and all of that. So it's important to get a huge –
You still just got to get everybody up, and it's hard that week.
That's such a difficult thing to do. You don't realize how difficult it is to be prepared to play a football game when you've dressed in pajamas and superheroes.
Well, I mean, I looked at Mount Pleasant's schedule that they had all week. I mean, you're talking about powder puff games and, teacher versus student competitions. And you know, you got events during the day, in the evening. You got stuff going on all the time. And so to try to get those kids locked in and focused, I think they may have a little bit of a little challenge to start it off, but I'm sure they'll rattle their cages a little bit, get them back focused, and get a quick W and get out of there.
So we talked about earlier in the show, and I've talked about it on the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. You know, October for sports fans, and October's obviously just a week away. But October for sports fans is so great because you have all these sports converging at one time.
Yeah.
From Major League Baseball to pro football to hockey getting started up and NBA basketball. And then, of course, high schools are no different, Chris. I mean, talk about your athletic director. You guys have stuff going on with sports, and it's kind of the same way. I mean, basketball's getting started up.
Chris gives us a schedule every Friday or Monday for that coming week of every athletic event in Murray County, middle school and high school. And the last 2 weeks, the length of that schedule is crazy.
Looks like Chris Yell's rap sheet.
Yeah,
I mean,
there you go.
And what's
CVS receipt.
It gets more serious the further you read down, right?
Exactly.
And the crazy thing about it is, like, we're about to add middle school basketball in it. And so we have a limited number of schools who have football, but all of our schools have basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have boys and girls basketball taking place. So it is a ton of events that are about to come down the pike, and the spring is absolutely bananas.
And, of course, with that, and as middle school basketball cranks up and all these sports start to crank up and other sports are ending, your phone, Chris, must ring a lot more in October or the beginning of October or around that time than any other time of the year.
It doesn't stop anyway. I mean, it just I mean, the calls are continuous. It's everything. So, but yeah, I mean, you do have moments where we have an uptick when things are getting cranked up and sports are getting cranked up and questions, and you have new athletic directors across the county or what have you.
But
I just go through yesterday's schedule. Volleyball, you know, Culleoka played Eagleville, Santa Fe and Fayetteville. Columbia Central beat Lawrence County 3-2, which I'm sure
it was an absolute dogfight.
I'm sure Megan had no excitement beating her
her
alma mater.
Her alma mater.
Hampshire, you know, volleyball playing Lewis County, Mount Pleasant, Summertown, and Battle Creek, Murfreesboro Central, Forest Spring Hill, and soccer goes on tonight. Battle Creek's at Columbia tonight.
And then you got all of our middle school volleyball programs are in district play right now. I was in Lawrence County. I was at E.O. Kaufman yesterday with my daughter. They played against Coffee County at E.O. Kaufman. And Battle Creek's in that as well.
You turn around in the next couple of weeks and high schools are right there. So as we're firing up for basketball, you have some pretty intense soccer and volleyball going on right here at the end of the year.
And really my point is it's just October. It's such a special time of the year.
I love it.
Sports-wise, the weather's starting to get a little cooler.
Yes, thank goodness.
You know, the leaves are changing and all these sports are happening. And if you're a sports fan, I mean, which I am,
it's your time to shine.
October is one of my favorite months.
Brucey's time to shine. Where'd he go?
Who?
We were trying to figure out whose time to shine it was. It's Brucey from The Longest Yard, the Adam Sandler remake. I've been sitting here trying to think of that guy's name for an hour and a half.
Oh my God!
It's Brucey's time to shine. Sports fans. Golly. Oh, let's take a break. We got to get to.
David Hightower.
Hey,
David Hightower, yeah. Hopefully nobody's going to get injured.
I ain't seen him. Have you seen him running around here?
I ain't seen him on a gator or nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll be down shortly.
David Hightower to the table. David Hightower to the table.
Hey, if we're lucky, we might get the voice of the Raiders up here for a little bit. Dave Dunstan.
There you go.
Dave might come up here and tell us what's going on.
You guys come back with us here on the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internet. 375-7777. You can get your internet 1 gig, $70. Can't beat that. When we come back here on the Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We're here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of Gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
We are back here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show on the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internets. We are joined now. We've got a house full up here. Six
full
folks.
house.
Full house, man.
Full house.
Whatever happened to predictability? I don't know. I don't know. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris Yao. This is Drake Colley. We've got Eric Perryman, Chris Pointer, and we are joined by two very special guests. We
Two
have
Daves.
The lead
Dave
athletic
and
trainer.
David.
Yeah, lead athletic trainer David Hightower from Murray Regional Health, and we are very, very excited to have you on the show. As you know, it's this. You can't hear us?
No, sir.
Let's try again. We'll turn you up. We don't care.
Sometimes.
Can you hear that there better?
That's better. Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Hopefully that will help out, and we appreciate you being here. It's always fun to have the trainers, because especially in the middle of the year, because everybody's banged up and bruised up, and you never know. And then we've got the voice of the Raiders.
Voice of the Raiders, Dave Dunston. Welcome,
Dave.
Dave.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all looking forward to a big game tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
Battle Creek, like we talked about earlier, went to Creekwood last week. I talked to Coach Burham, and hey, they were in that game till the very end. And you know, the 41-20 score did not reflect at all how close and well Battle Creek played. And so I think that bodes well for the Spring Hill Raiders tonight.
It does. They've been in every game they've played this year to a degree. I mean, they've been within one score late in the fourth quarter of all their ball games. They just needed something good to happen to them, and that happened to them at Maplewood last week. They just kind of put it all together, and you can see that they're putting in the work. They're making changes week to week. Their offense looks a little different every week, which I think is good. They take their film, they go back and try to make it a little bit better.
And I think Coach Taylor, Joshua Taylor, kind of said after the Lawrence County game, a 21-14 loss for the Raiders, right? He said they need to if they could just put 4 quarters together, it could be, which they finally did. They could play some winning football.
Yeah, and you know they're a pretty young team. I mean, if you look top to bottom, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, and some of their bigger players this year are juniors. You know, they're going to have to be dealt with if they continue to improve at the rate they've been improving.
That's terrific. Now, David Hightower, you're the athletic. So wait a minute.
So you got to, but hold on, when you say it, you got to say it right. You got to say athletic trainer of the year, David Hightower. You got to put some real
put some respect on his name.
What do you get for that? Do you get a big check or a giant trophy or a big Band-Aid? What do they give you?
My wife will remind you that I'm the high school athletic trainer of the year, though. It's not athletic trainer of the year. But,
there's always a hater. It's always a hater.
It's always somebody to
always a hater, man.
But
pull
it up right there in front. Yeah.
Turn it up.
Turn the mic up.
There you go.
There we go. Got a plaque for that, and it feels good to be recognized for sure.
I like that hat.
Thank you. In this profession, it doesn't happen that often, so it's nice to be recognized.
Yeah. Where'd you get the hat, folks? People that can't see it, the hat says "Support your local athletic
Ordered this online. Coach Rodney Lockridge has one that says "Support your local D-line coach." I said, "Hey, man, that's awesome." Message the people, got it made.
There you go.
That's amazing. I love it.
Now, I don't know, but I need to understand, does each high school have their own athletic trainer?
That's a great question.
Or do you float around, and how does that work in your job description?
Every high school that has a football team in Murray County has an athletic trainer on site every day. The unit schools in Murray County, we have point people from those high schools with football teams that we cover them as well. We cover 9 total schools, Columbia State, Columbia Academy, and then all the Murray County schools. We do that with 6 people.
Okay. So say I roll my ankle in a basketball game. I'm getting ready for practice. I'm getting ready for to play a game. Are you the guy that's taping me up?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
You're the guy that's rapping and doing all that?
Yes, sir.
Specifically.
Yes,
so
sir.
It's done right rather than
absolutely,
because it can be done, as well as I do, it can be done wrong.
It can.
And it can actually do more damage than help.
ChatGPT, however you looked up your information, we've got the information from our credentials and everything that we have. Yes, sir.
Right.
So Hightower, talk a little bit about, one of our themes within our district is so much more, and the athletic trainers are so much more than what people really kind of know about athletic trainers. But talk a little bit about the athletic training profession, why it's so important. Talk a little bit about your team, And also talk about y'all's record, too, because, I mean, that's something that's very, very impressive that I think people need to hear about.
No, thank you. I agree with that for sure. So athletic training, it is a healthcare profession. We are licensed by the state of Tennessee to do this. There's times where you go to a game and say, oh, I'm an athletic trainer. Well, you took an online course maybe one day, whatever it may be.
You learn how to tape an ankle.
Watch a YouTube video,
Stayed at a Holiday Inn Express the night before.
Yes, I do what you do. I'm like, well, where did you go to school? And you go to school, get your degree in it, then you're state licensed to be able to do it. And then, like Chris is saying, we're fortunate that we're able to do this here. We're very happy to be able to do this here for Murray County. As he was talking about our record, last year we covered 1,169 ball games at our nine schools. Out of those, that's home and away. We missed a total of 9 home games total in Murray County last year. Period.
And some of that had to do with lack of communication.
Across all sports, 2 of the 9 were only because they didn't tell us they made them up. They had a rain out in the spring.
Oh, that'll get you.
Yes, sir.
That'll get you every time.
1,169, missed a total of 9.
So, okay, go ahead, Chris.
No, what I was going to also say is, and this is done in conjunction with our partnership with Murray Regional Medical.
Yes.
And I think our relationship, our partnership with them is you can't put a price tag on it. We're so happy and pleased to be able to work alongside those guys. And obviously, David and his colleagues are part of that staff. And what they do every day and the services that they provide, can you talk a little bit about that outside of obviously assessment if a kid gets a concussion or trying to get them the physical therapy services at Murray Regional?
Oh, there's a lot to it. Thank you. There's a lot to it. There's people, there's times where it looks like we may just be watching practice or watching a game, but there's all kinds of things running through your mind. Emergency action plans. What's the weather doing? How hot is it? Are we checking that? We're I would say we're leading the state as far as monitoring that with the Perry weather. I mean, that's an amazing thing. Concussions, we use electronic concussion testing. This school here was the first school in the county to have concussion testing, but now all of the county has it. There's all kinds of innovations and things that we try to do. We try to be the best in the state.
Yeah.
So whatever we can do to give our kids an advantage on the field, but make sure that they're safe.
So, you with Murray Regional, there'll be an ambulance somewhere here tonight.
We hope so. Yes, sir.
I mean, normally there's
we hope so.
Well, there's normally an ambulance on site.
We hope nobody knows about it, though.
Right.
We hope nobody needs it at all.
And you, as the athletic trainer, you work in conjunction with those guys.
Correct.
I mean,
yes, sir.
Something goes down on the football field, and they got a player, unfortunately, or who knows? It could be somebody. A cheerleader, it could be it could be anybody.
Literally anybody.
That you could use your services and your expertise on getting them medical care quickly, getting them to the hospital if need so.
Yes, sir.
So, that's a big thing that I think a lot of spectators just kind
of don't think about it.
And I don't want to say people take things for granted, but they take it for granted.
Absolutely. Yes.
I'm going to say it.
So true. So true. There's lots of little things that go on. Coach Taylor and I, we talk about it all the time, and Coach Martin before him, that there's all these things that you don't realize go into having one of these events.
Oh, the back end is crazy.
Yes, and that's the same for, a football game, obviously you're going to have a lot more people, but even a baseball game, softball game, no matter what it is, volleyball game, there's so many things you've got to have ready in place before that happens, and that's what I feel like our team does a great job of, is planning beforehand, having in-services in the summer to work on scenarios, just different things, learning from each other. We've got tons of experience in our group. If you add all our years together, why not use all of our brains and come up with scenarios and practice those?
Can you tell us a little bit about your other colleagues and the schools that they work at, their names, et cetera?
Oh, I appreciate you asking that. So Ben Turner covers Mount Pleasant High School. He's outside of myself is the most tenured one.
So he's been over there for
quite
a
while.
minute.
He's been there for quite a while. Then Blake Daniel covers Battle Creek High School. He's the first athletic trainer they've had.
Yep.
He's doing a great job over there. We have Kennedy Mile covers Columbia State for us, and then she fills in wherever we need help when they don't have a game. Courtney Noblet covers Columbia Central. I don't know if y'all have talked to her or not. If y'all ever go to their games, you should have her up here. Then Bree Cameron covers Columbia Academy. She's been there for 2 or 3 years now and is doing a phenomenal job there too.
So the athletic director, back when I was officiating basketball, there was a certain protocol within the rule books under Tito and through Tito SAA. The player falls, slams their head on the ground, and then kind of rolls around and doesn't quite pass the look test of an official. Then we get them off the court, and before we can allow them to come back into the game, even though now the coaches are saying, well, I'm going to put her back in the game. But in the old days, we kind of had to have a medical professional step up and say, okay, Chris Pointer, I've looked him over. He can go back in the game. And is that good? Does that go on now?
It goes on. That's what we are there for. Yes, sir. The officials will stop that game. The coach will get them. And luckily, we've got such a great relationship with all the coaches really in this county that we don't get questioned on that. There's no – I don't feel unsafe at any of our schools really because of the relationship that, as Chris was talking about, that we've built with our athletic trainers and the coaches here in the county.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Much has been made over the last couple of years about this beautiful artificial turf. Many people will tell you that it is a knee and ankle grinder. How have the last couple of years been in your experience here with the new turf fields?
Well, we haven't had it here that long, but I have not noticed an increase in anything other than turf burns, which is going to happen on turf. But as far as injuries go, I haven't noticed any increase in it.
That's what we like to hear.
Right.
Sorry, I get a little frustrated with that particular talking point. So, it's nice to have an expert weigh in on their real life, real world experience.
And I would take it, and I'll ask this question. I mean, obviously we were talking about the turf and not seeing any uptick on anything, and actually the quality of our fields have improved dramatically, just even from a drainage standpoint, from how much this field used to flood. But talk about David. I guess one of your your proudest moment as an athletic trainer. I mean, outside of being athletic trainer of the year and all, but I guess you would talk about kind of your proudest moment, or even a moment where you were saying to yourself, "I am glad we had an athletic trainer present," because it could have ended badly.
Anytime that somebody gets hurt and you get to see them go back on the field later on, whether that's a 4, 5, 6 month rehab, and then they come back and this is my 20th football season doing this here at this school, and in that time I've seen numbers of those, just tons of those, and that is the proudest moment when they get to come back and play the thing that they love, the thing that I love, the thing that they get to come back and do that.
I will tell you a quick athletic trainer story. I saw a parent this morning, and her son had a injury during the jamboree and messed up his shoulder. And the doctor cleared him on Monday, but went to go see Courtney, and Courtney said, no, he's not ready yet. And I think that's a powerful story because, obviously when they leave the doctors and they get the paperwork, the athletic trainer still has, a part of their job to do. And one of the things about them doing part of their job is that assessment piece.
Sure.
And just basically said it's just not strong enough. He's not ready to come back. And I just do not recommend that he plays. And basically just shut it down. And I think that is, again, hats off to our athletic trainers. Our athletic trainers, we could not be prouder that we have them. Wish we had more.
Amen.
One day we will have more athletic trainers. But I truly want to take my hat off to you guys and tell you how much we appreciate what you all do every day. The sacrifice, the time that you all spend away from your families, the amount of time that you have to spend here day in and day out. And sometimes you have to be the bad guy.
Right.
Sometimes you can be the hero.
I was just about to say that. Sometimes you're the guy that the star player, you look at him and you say, hey, she's not ready to go. He's not ready to go. And then, you people say, why wasn't so-and-so let back in the ball game? And you say, because I'm doing my job. That's my responsibility. And if the player does not check out properly, as far as you're concerned, you might end up being, the
bad guy.
The bad guy, right?
I've cost many kids college scholarships.
Oh, I'm
the
sure
scout,
you
the scout was
listen
coming on that game. I've missed people have missed senior nights because of me.
That athletic
But
trainer,
they
he
can-
costs.
they
He
can
costs.
Me
all
and you
walk
both, because we didn't cover that middle school 8th grade game for the paper that one time cost
And
him
he's
the
and he's got to
scholarship.
be the lightning Nazi too. I mean, he's got to be the lightning Nazi and bad weather Nazi.
Yeah, that's never
Hey,
fun.
But on the injuries front, nobody wants him back in the game faster than David does.
Correct.
No, absolutely.
Nobody.
I agree.
So if he's looking at a young man and saying, "Man, I really don't think you need to go back in," he really means it. I mean,
Correct.
because that's what he's here to keep him out there, not keep him off.
Sure.
It's not exclusionary for him, and he does a great job of that. We experienced that when my son played here.
And what people
Big
don't
first-hand experience right there.
people don't realize, that really ultimately, by holding that player out the second half of that ball game or whatever, you're probably, by doing that, that player is able to play the next game or the
Correct.
next week.
Correct.
Instead of something
Big
something-
picture.
Instead,
Big
instead
picture.
of amplifying the problem.
And these athletic trainers become a part of the school fabric and family. I can't tell you how many times I had conversations with David, and he'll go back 10, 15 plus years with former players, and you'll see former players come down and make a beeline to see him and talk to them, and he can recall stories and just have these fond memories and relationships with these student athletes. And really, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Just really creating that community and that support system around these student athletes. And again, I just cannot thank them enough for what they do and being a part of this Murray County Public Schools family, and just the relationship we have with them and Murray Regional in general, and just the work that they do every day. And we're just appreciative.
Well said.
Thank you.
I agree completely.
All right, let's want to say thank you once again, David, for joining us. We really appreciate it, and good luck tonight. Get those kids back out there as quickly as possible when you can,
And as safely
as possible.
And my man Dave Dunn's down there, the voice of the Spring Hill Raiders. Dave, have a terrific broadcast.
Yep, I'm going to go get in a catbird seat here in just a second.
Do that.
All right,
do
and
that.
let's bring the second straight victory home for the Raiders this year.
That
Do our
sounds great.
best.
I think we're ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get Spring Hill principal Dr. Brian Brewer up here. That would be a lot of fun if we can get him on the stage and talk a little bit about what's going on and all the great things that are happening here at Spring Hill High School. I had so many great talking points for our head honcho, Lisa Ventura.
Well, we
but
always where is she tonight?
she's not here, so I guess
the
we'll
big
talk.
Big Kahuna took the night off.
We'll talk about those.
She'll have to pay the price next Friday. 'Cause I'm gonna give her,
She
I'm
did
gonna
get
give her a
she did
hard-
get extra. She gave us a little extra last week since we were
I'm
missing.
going to give her a
Eric,
hard
so.
time about that, but we're about to get the principal.
The big Kahuna of Spring Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're staying live here, and
we're going to
we'll-
stay
we'll-
live.
We'll walk
we're gonna
through,
stay live.
and as soon as we
As
get
Principal Brewer is on his way up. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Just put one of those headsets on and hopefully keep your fingers crossed and make sure they work. There you go.
you may have to pull. You may have to. Yeah, that I was going to say you can pull the microphone the other way, and it should come up the right place. But that's we'll be in good shape here. What's going on at Spring Hill High School, Dr. Brewer?
Oh man, just teaching and learning. I mean, every day. It's been amazing enough. We're almost at the end of the first quarter. We got one more week.
That's
And
insane.
it just seemed like it just started. I
know.
guarantee you get up and shake your head on the way into school, and about this time you go, "What happened to the?" It seems like I just started the school year.
I know it, and it just flies by. But we won last week, so
yeah,
we're gonna come in here and try to get
Let's
us
get
another
that.
one.
I just told Dave Dunstan, the voice of the Spring Hill Raiders, so we're ready to get number 2 under their belt, and
Yep.
and that's good.
Yeah. Last time y'all were here, we had a little rainstorm.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk to you last time because of that rainstorm. Very
I know
upset.
it. I know it, and that could have been another win for us. That was tough, but yeah, that was an unusual night.
And all right, you're the head guy around here. Tell us the newest and best thing. I tell you what. Tell us what kind of feedback you're getting from the new facilities around here. I mean,
everybody's really excited about it. I mean, everybody that I talk to is like, man, these are great. You know, this is just amazing. And, you know, and it's more than just the fields, you know, like I said, the concession stand, the restrooms, the walkways, the parking lot. I mean, all of that.
The parking lot may be my favorite thing to have. I promise.
Seriously. I mean, it is nice out here. I mean, you know,
it's a different world from what it used to be.
I know. You almost look at the old pictures and you just like, there's no way it used to look like that, you know, because, I mean, it's amazing how much better it looks out here, and, you know, it's just so professional looking now, you know.
And what about other administrators, let's say, from other schools that you've talked to? Maybe they've come over here for a game or something. Surely you're getting some feedback from
everybody that
from
comes
somebody
in.
outside the county or comes over here and goes, how'd you get out? How'd you do all this? You know,
I have people all the time. How'd you get your people to pay for all this?
And we got.
I tell them Eric Perriman.
And we've got one. We've got one of the project managers right down here, Eric Perryman, and you just have to. It's just a leap of faith.
It is.
I mean, it's literally a $28 million leap of faith, and an investment in what you know is right and what is true, and that is Maury County Public Education.
It is, and we've talked about that a lot. You know, this facility I spent 6 years at because I had 2 kids that came through here that participated in sports, that cheered and played baseball and football. And so I was very familiar with the issues that we had and a lot of the things that we were fighting up here. So part of this was our team sitting down and going, what are our standards and what do we want? And then part of it was just saying, hey, we've lived up here and it's a mess. We've got to do better than this. So,
well, I mean, anybody from surrounding counties that come to Maury County now, experience, play, their kids play, they watch a game with softball, baseball season coming up, football. I mean, they have to be impressed. They have to be a little envious. They have to. I mean, you know, they have to be a little jealous of what they see.
Absolutely. And, you know, the great thing is, you know, we used to struggle to to have, soccer and football and everybody participating on these fields because you tear them up and everything else. Not a problem anymore.
Soccer was practicing on the softball field one day this week. I saw it on the cameras.
Yeah.
In the afternoon. That's where they were practicing.
And it's the same playing surface, so there's no difference.
Correct.
I mean, really, honestly, tonight they're going to play a football game on here. It wouldn't happen
tomorrow morning if you want
to. They come back early in the morning and play a soccer game on, or play another football game on tomorrow, or whatever the deal is.
Absolutely, and that is one of the great things about this. But we've got all this rain this week, and I came out here for something, and it had stopped raining for 30 minutes, and I walked out here and dry as a bone.
Yeah. If it had not been lightning, 3 weeks ago, we get that game played.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was just it's amazing how fast it drains and it maintains itself. And we played at Maplewood last week, and they've got a turf field.
Yep.
And but I just I was like, man, ours is so much spongier than theirs.
That field will take about a 3 to 3.5 inch rain, and in 30 minutes it's ready to play.
It's just amazing.
It really is.
And when I first saw turf in the back day. Yeah. One of the first places I saw it was on Vanderbilt's baseball field, and they even have. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I mean, I think the pitcher mound might have been dirt.
It's turf too.
Yeah, and so all that brown, is turf.
Yeah, every bit of it.
And you look at it from here and you're thinking, boy, that's a great looking field. They really work hard on keeping the grass cut till you get up to it and say, oh, it's turf. But Vanderbilt had the Coach Corbin and I thought I just didn't know whether I was quite sold on it or not. But then they have rain come in, whatever the bad weather coming up there in Nashville. Oh, they're playing.
That made such a difference at Spring Fling 2 years ago when they were able to play at Riverdale and a couple of other Rutherford County schools because they were able to get state championship games done.
Sure.
On fields that were turf that you couldn't play, could never have played on grass.
Correct. And in Rutherford, they only have turf infields on those baseball, softball fields. These are 100%. And the biggest issue we have is not them draining. It's here like where the geography falls down to them, it's keeping water from getting on them.
Yeah.
That's our fight right now.
Diverting
water
because
and
they're
making sure
downhill.
They're downhill, but the good thing is it gets on, it drains real fast.
Yeah.
but making sure that. So
there you have it.
Hey, Brian, real quick, I want to give you a chance to talk a little bit. You have a big fundraiser coming up you've got a fundraiser going on right now. The DECA fundraiser here, senior night, October 17th. It's a pink out game. Folks can get T-shirts for that. That's a big one. You've got a blood drive on Monday.
Yep.
Got a lot going on.
We've got a lot going on. You know, our career and tech ed classes, our courses and teachers and students are just engaged in all kinds of stuff. You know, our FFA kids, you know, they just finished goats. Now they've got pigs in our barn. You know, and they'll raise them up and show them, and they do awesome work. You know, we got the blood drive coming up. We've got DECA coming up. We've got our theater department's going to be doing a dinner theater.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's going to be really
fun.
cool. Yeah, that's
awesome.
really cool. We've got our manufacturing day coming up, and we're going to have, I think, like 30 or 40 different manufacturers, you know, just, you know, businesses around, and we're actually bringing students in from kind of all over the county to come in, and we're going to showcase.
Just expose
absolutely.
your student body and all types of students to all the different types of
just opportunities that are
vocational
out there.
opportunities that are out there.
Absolutely.
And, you know, when I was a senior, I'm going to tell a little story talking about the blood drive. Back in the early 80s, when I was a senior at Columbia Central High School, we had a group of us, a close group of guys, and they were taking blood down at the American Legion so we could get out of school for a half day and go down there and give a pint of blood. And we just heard it was rumor. But and the rumor was that once you got a pint of blood taken out of you, if you were to happen to drink a beer, it would get you a little. And not that we tried it. I'm just saying that's what the rumor. That's what the rumor on the street was. Was that if you gave a pint of blood and then you drank a couple of beers real quick.
Yeah, let's not do that.
No.
Let's not do that.
No,
That's a bad idea.
That's back when there was only two blood types.
Bad idea.
That was back when the drinking age was much lower.
You were about a pizza maker right there. There you go.
I was just saying. It just brought up an old memory, an old fond memory, talking about a blood drive.
Let's also give a shout out to your JROTC team.
Absolutely.
First place in one rope bridge, team run, cross country rescue, and physical team test.
Absolutely. Our JROTC team, you know, we had an event here. Matter of fact, it was Glencliff weekend. You know, they actually got it poured that night, and it stopped about 8:30, and they came out because we left or canceled. They got everything set up, and they had 40 different teams here all day that Saturday, and we don't compete in those. We just run it. And then they've been to Warren County. They went to can't think of where they went last week, but they're competing well. They're getting trophies. They're winning first place. You know, they're doing great work. You know, Colonel Jackson, Sergeant Hernandez, they're doing amazing things.
And the military arm that's connected with Spring Hill is the Army.
Correct.
The Navy is connected more
At Central.
At Central.
At Central.
Central's Navy.
And so, you know, you just talking to you, Dr. Brewer, about this just brings to my mind that there are in today's world and in high school education, middle school education, but high school education is you're preparing young men and young women to get out of high school and go on to higher education or a job. There's so many other things that go into it besides the academics. I mean,
absolutely.
We're talking about sports. You're talking about JROTC. I mean, you're talking about DECA. You're talking about the clubs. I mean, there's so many other things that help round a young person's character and who they are while they're in high school.
Because, you know, we got a little over 700 kids here right now. And if we had just a cookie cutter program, we wouldn't serve a quarter of them, right? We got to have opportunities for all of them because they're all going in different directions. They all have different wants and desires as they grow up and different needs. And so, you know, you've got to offer a lot of these things to get them engaged, because when they're engaged, whether they're playing a sport, they're in a club, they're in the band, they're whatever, when they're engaged in those things, they're getting fulfilled and
a willingness to learn.
Absolutely, and it engages them more at school, because if they have a purpose for being here every day, then they have a reason to come in, do what they're supposed to do, because they can see something in the future and
something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Well, we're looking forward to picking this game. Dr. Brewer, thanks for joining us. We appreciate
Absolutely.
it. We're going to take 30 seconds. When we come back, final segment here on Front Porch Sports Network.
We're gonna make some predictions.
We're gonna make a prediction on 4 ball games.
I've got a couple of college predictions I want to throw out there and see what you all think about it.
Let's do it. We'll be right back here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. Is your internet slowing you down? It's time for an upgrade. Whether you're at home, working from your home office, or at your business, it's time to unleash the speed you need with speeds up to 1 gig at CPWS for as low as $70 a month. Give us a call, 931-375-7777. Local service, local support, CPWS. Back here on the Maury County Public Schools Game Day Show. We got some picks to make, so let's get to it quickly and in a hurry. Drake, game number 1.
You want to do Marshall County, Battle Creek?
Marshall County and Battle Creek at Battle Creek tonight.
Eric Perriman. Eric Perriman.
Marshall County pretty easily tonight. Battle Creek's playing better. They got it in them, but Lewisburg's really looking to make a mark on the second half.
All right.
Let's go to Chris Pointer, who is trying to get his life together.
Got your life together. Get your life together.
Yeah. Marshall County.
Yeah.
I concur. Marshall County.
That's a good pick. Marshall County it is.
That's an easy one. That's easy. All right. Let's see. What about Summertown at Lewis County? Why not? Summertown, Lewis County?
Lewis County.
I'm going to take they're the Panthers, aren't they?
You want to make everybody a Panther today, right?
They are Panthers. I think
they are the Panthers.
They are the
Panthers. You know why? Because you know why I call them the Panthers? Because they are the Panthers.
Because they are the Panthers.
There you go.
What's the deal with High Forest? You know, they say in this High Forest.
That's a German. Hohenwald is the German equivalent to the English of High Forest. Hohenwald.
You make that up, or is that
no? It's actually, I couldn't make up something that short.
Now I know 3 German words.
Yeah,
you know, Yow.
Yow
is German.
There you go.
Is High Forest, yeah. And they got
we
elephants.
dropped the Vaughn.
And they got elephants down there.
We did.
So
we dropped the Vaughn. True story.
So kind of like Kellyoke and Sweetwater.
There you go.
That's it.
Yeah.
Cantaloupes.
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right.
And I think everybody.
High Forest.
Everybody took Lewis County.
We did indeed.
Everybody got Lewis County.
Scotts Hill at Mount Pleasant. That's
Mount Pleasant.
Blowout.
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant.
Columbia at Riverdale.
Riverdale.
Huh?
Riverdale.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take the Warriors.
I'm gonna agree with you, but I think Columbia Central is gonna make it a closer game than people think. That's all I'm gonna say.
Creekwood tonight, our game of the week, right
our
here.
Game
going
of
on
the week.
right here behind us. Creekwood at Spring Hill.
I'm gonna say Spring Hill's home team. We gotta go Spring Hill.
Yep. Spring Hill over Creekwood, back-to-back wins.
I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-point game one way or the other. I just don't know which way.
It's going to be tight one way or the other.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what
I would agree with that. I've picked Spring Hill a bunch this year. More times than I probably should have, clearly.
So,
but I'm going to pick them one more time.
And I'm going to tell the
I've
folks.
not learned my lesson.
I'm going to tell the folks listening right now. I've concurred with my Magic 8 Ball
You
that I
have?
have on the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour, 4 to 5, Monday through Friday. A lock of the week.
Lock of the
Lock
week
of the week.
year. Lock of the year, you said.
Lock of the year so far this year. This first one that Magic 8 Ball's come up with. Ohio State goes down tomorrow at Washington.
I think that could happen.
Plus about 8.5 point spread.
He don't care. He said money line, baby.
I'm telling you, take Ohio State is going to get beat tomorrow. Now,
Now.
And you Vol fans, be careful down there in Starkville. Mississippi State's 4-0.
That's where Keith Stacy is going. He's heading that way.
There's a different
That's
vibe.
right,
There's
is.
a different vibe
That
going on
cowbell's
down
rough when you're down there.
More cowbell.
If you've never been there, that cowbell's different, man.
And
I played baseball in it.
it's hard to
I can
win.
still hear the cowbell.
And it's hard to win in Fayetteville. For all you Notre Dame fans, say a couple extra Hail Marys or Virgin Marys or whatever.
What about between the hedges? What are we doing?
Alabama, Georgia?
I love my Alabama boys, but I don't see them beating Georgia this
You didn't give
year.
up hope?
I don't see them beating Georgia down
give
there.
up hope?
If they don't beat
Ty
Georgia,
Simpson, baby.
if they don't beat Georgia, that Vanderbilt game fun will be next. It'll be fun
Alabama
next
would
week.
have to play the best game they've ever played under Kalen DeBoer tomorrow night, and they would have to play mistake-free, and I just don't see that happening.
All right. Thanks, guys, for joining us here on Murray County Public Schools Game Day Show on the Front Porch Sports Network, powered by CPWS Internet. We'll see you guys next week.